Hey everybody, it is Wednesday, 6 p.m. Carla V Thinks Out Loud, episode 35. I'm Carla Vasquez. We've had a hiatus. We are back. Is my hair still wet? Probably. Shout out to Patti and Larry for the snacks, the shower. Things are going on at William Willer's. We'll get to that. We have a lot to talk about today. Patti will be on the mic at some point, talking with me about chronic illness in the healthcare system in general, mental health care, all of that. We're going to talk about cults. We're going to be talking about the new comedy club in town. We'll have a call-in about that at the end of the show. Yeah, stick around, guys. More dating life with Carla, all that. All right, take it away, Larry. Thank you. Carla's got a podcast now. She doesn't know technology. Larry's pushing buttons and recording things for you to see every week. She'll be asking guest questions. She'll be saying a lot. She'll be wondering about the world. It's time now for Carla V Thinks Out Loud. All right, bringing it with good moods. You guys couldn't hear, but Larry was singing along to the intro song like he usually does. Dude, that's gonna like live in my dreams forever.
Nice.
I was good, a podcast. That, and then we're talking before this. The voice of rest in peace, Gilbert Gottfried, lives in my voice, like it lives in my head rent free constantly.
Big
I always think I can. Yes, rest in peace. I always think I can do his voice, but it doesn't turn out right.
No, never
Wait.
does.
No, I'm not even gonna try it.
I can't do it either.
I don't know. He was, comedy legend. Nobody like him. He's an interesting guy.
He was amazing. That's all I got. Him, Norm Macdonald.
We've lost so many big people recently. Bob Saget. Lost.
Well, Bob Saget, mostly because he was such a nice guy. Like, from what I've heard. And he was always like, if you were a comedian, he was always there to help you out and stuff. But as far as his stand-up and stuff, I mean, I think the first special after he did the Family Matters show was okay.
Like the 2007, I think,
yeah,
special.
Where he was all like, finally I get to say fuck.
Yeah, that
but
one.
it was bordering on, like, creepy dad guy shit. You know, like, I'm going to give me some 20-year-olds.
Yeah. Now that I'm free.
And I thought it was a little weird that they fucking, like, blocked any kind of, hey, looking into how he died and, like...
Oh, yeah. Well, they said it was, yeah. Well, I mean, with anybody, who knows how people died.
That's true.
Because, like, we could be getting reports about things that aren't, you know, everything from audio erotic asphyxiation. Who knows if that's how the NXS died.
I'm still sticking to the Chris Cornell fucking Limp Bizkit guy had a sexual relationship, and when Chris Cornell... I never told you?
No, hold on.
They were best friends.
Like Fred Durst?
No.
I said the Limp Bizkit.
Did I say Limp Bizkit?
Yeah.
I meant the Linkin Park guy.
Oh, Chester Benningfield and him?
I think they
had a suicide pact or something?
Something. Because they were best friends. And fucking Chris Cornell kills himself, and then that dude kills himself.
But why did they have to be fucking...
Well, maybe he was
best
so...
friends.
Well, maybe they were just...
Well,
yeah, sure.
I don't know.
I love the taste of his sperm.
Oh, my God. With all due respect to everyone we're talking about and their family.
You don't see it, though? You don't kind of see it?
I mean, I guess I could. They were both a little bit, had a little bit of an androgyny in a sense. I could see.
Oh, like, big time.
Like,
but,
especially, like, yeah. Maybe they're just pretty boys.
I don't know.
I had a big crush on Chester Benningfield when I was like a teenager.
I never liked his.
Just the first album I was into. My friend Angie was really into them.
Yeah.
Like I remember when he died, I went over to her house to like console and stuff.
My God.
I know.
Yeah, when Kurt Cobain died, Patti told me that her brother fucking like cried and shit.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah.
I was very sad that he died.
I might have said on here before. I think the person that I cried the most for was Anthony Bourdain.
I never cried for
weird.
the only one that I was extremely like, what the fuck? There's only two, and they're both guitar players. Dimebag Darrell.
Oh, right in the fire.
No, he died of getting shot in the head. Somebody killed him on stage.
Oh, that's right. Who's the
some psychopath? And then the second one is Jeff Henneman from Slayer.
You teared up on
How did
Norm
he die?
Macdonald.
Oh, I teared up on Norm Macdonald.
Oh, yeah.
But
how did the Slayer guy die?
He originally had gotten a spider bite, got really sick, but I think that was all a cover because he was a severe alcoholic and probably died of cirrhosis or something.
Right, and they didn't want people to look at him that way.
Right. But, I mean, cirrhosis was a cause of death, but it was also attributed to the spider bite, they say. But after he died, Slayer was over. I mean...
Yeah, and it's like the Bob Marley thing. Didn't he have like a toe injury and all that stuff?
Don't get me started on
and then
Bob
people are
Marley,
like, it went to his brain. I'm like, is that how gangrene works? I don't know.
Don't get me started on Bob Marley. That guy is a fucking tool. And
You're like the people who hate the Beatles. They're just like, I hate the Beatles.
I feel, because Bob Marley is a part of the, if you know any history about Bob Marley, he was a part of the Wailers, which was Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, and what's his fucking name? We'll just call him the other guy, like the three tenors. The other guy from Seinfeld. Yeah. The other guy. But I thought fucking Peter Tosh was assassinated. They went to his fucking house and like murdered him.
That's why I think Bob Marley is like
Bob Marley.
Something that was a little.
Peter Tosh stood his ground against the government and Jamaica the English trying to take over Jamaica and rule it in a territorian or whatever the fuck you call it manner. And then where Bob Marley was like, oh, let's join hands and call about love. And Peter Tosh was like, fuck that shit, dude. They fucking imprisoned us. They've killed us.
He had more of a militant
style.
It was almost like Martin Luther King Jr. compared to Malcolm X. And, not saying, in that sense.
And not only that, but like they say Bob Marley's the one that united the country. Shit was going to happen anyway, dude.
Yeah, it's hard to put on one person. It was called the Freedom
Concert. That he put out.
That one that was, yeah.
And he all held the hands of the fucking two dudes and shit. And
I had that on like a VHS.
I mean, I respect his music as far as the beginning. I just don't like him as a person. And for somebody to not go get a doctor's help over a fucking infected toe.
I don't know.
I don't give a shit if that was. It was in Rastafari.
He thought that weed would fix it.
No, the Rastafaris are a very Mother Earth.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
religion.
He didn't think that he needed the medical.
And he was using fucking all kinds of herbs. He had some fucking witch doctor bitch trying to help him and shit.
Sounds like some Mexican stuff. In Mexico, they would just like rub things on us. Yeah, if we were here. Like drink this. I'm like, I don't know what this is. Like just.
But people, every time I say that, people get mad at me. So.
No, I mean you can see your point of view on everything.
I can't believe you're saying this.
I mean, we were even talking before this about like Cuba Gooding Jr. and everything that's coming out about him, and then
that guy's a piece of shit.
And it's slowly, and then it's just more and more people, and we all know about the Marilyn Manson. So when I was sick
what do you think about that?
So when I was sick last week, I watched 2 documentaries. I watched the NXIVM Cult, The Vow. And then finally, and then that was like 9 hours. And then I watched the Phoenix Rising as Evan Rachel Wood's kind of like fight for that and her story behind all of that. And man, there were a lot of other people that he messed around. Even what's his name? Wes Borden.
So
his name from he was with them for a while. He said everything that they say is true.
Yeah, but then what were they doing? They could have left.
They tried, and he was. I mean, with that, it's like it's a psychological thing. It's almost like a psychological. Yeah, Patti, tell him. Don't victim shame.
It doesn't like
he did lock them up sometimes and chain them up and leave them there.
When you're in that situation, you are frightened as fuck.
Oh, and then he had.
And it's first they get you mentally. They tear you down mentally. Doesn't matter. But doesn't matter who you are, whether you think you have a strong will or not. They still tear you down to the bone. You are nothing when it happens. Yeah. And they make you feel like you're nothing.
They trained you completely almost, and then you're kind of just there for them. And then if you leave,
as you can tell, Patty's been in that situation.
But if you leave, they like mess it up. And then he had like stuff that he was trying to, just like the NXIVM Cult, they had like things, that they could use against if they said anything, kind of like receipts, being like, oh, well, I got this against you. So if you say anything, I'm going to ruin you and your career and like all of this. So he had like, he was threatening her with all these things. And she even said, she's like, I don't know how I got to that point of being so wrapped up in his thing. And at that point, she just didn't want him to kill himself because he kept threatening that. So she would stay.
Really? Yeah. Like
she would stay because he said that.
I've heard of guys doing that. And that's weird.
Yeah, and he kept threatening that to kill her, kill himself. and then like kill her family, like all these things.
They trauma bond you.
Trauma bond, yeah. So she felt she couldn't leave or wasn't worth anything. But that documentary was wild, and yeah.
I've also heard,
I never was like a fan of his music or anything.
No, I wasn't either. I mean, he was just another Alice Cooper to me.
Yeah.
Shock fucking rock guy.
I just think he lost his human side a bit. Even in like his book, he talks about killing off Brian Warner and just becoming Marilyn or Manson, which are two other alter egos.
Meth. What do you expect?
Yeah, and then he got her on all this drugs and stuff, and so she was just drugged. Well, she started doing it with him. Oh, and then that music video, what is it called? There's something about her lips, something cherry kisses, something, where they're in it. He actually like. She got really drunk and messed up before that, and then he fucked her on screen when he said he was going to mimic that.
Yeah.
And everybody said it was the most uncomfortable like thing, and he was just being forceful with her, and like it was just.
That's the cool guy right there.
It was.
Remember from your mom's house, the Cool Guys Club?
Oh my god, cool guys. Yeah, but that's basically like filming things without somebody's consent. Like live sex acts in front of people, and. Yeah, that's messed up.
That's really messed up.
And she was pretty young, man. I mean, he was like in his 30s and she was like 18.
Damn.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well.
She was very fresh.
I can't
talk. So, well. And then the NXIVM cult shit. Oh, did I tell you? I think I told you later. So I'm watching this NXIVM cult, and I had seen a few things about it before. The Keith Raniere thing. So if you guys don't know about it, there was this group, and they were all kind of, high society individuals that got together and had sort of these, it almost sounds like Scientology in a way, but had all these like executive success programs, ESP, to get you into further your life and open up and share all your trauma so you can get past it. And then they would make you feel extreme pain and extreme sadness and just kind of mess with your like psyche in a sense. And then it became like a cult where they were like over each other, and then they were starting to like, the girls had to report to somebody else and started calling they were their slave, and they had to do everything every moment. And then they had to
talking about this,
the NXIVM cult. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So it started turning really weird. The girls got branded.
Yeah.
The initials of like Alex or Alan
and
Mack.
it was some chick recruiting other chicks.
Alex
right?
Mack. She was on, was it One Tree Hill? Roswell? I don't know. She was on some show that I didn't watch.
And I bet you $100 that chick's gonna get off because she's gonna say, "Well, I was traumatized too, so that's the reason why I'm bringing these guys and girls in."
And
like the Grissom chick. The Epstein.
Oh yeah, that's chick. What she's saying. But I think she was more in control than he was in a sense. I think they both wore the pants in that relationship.
I don't know, man.
She had a pantsuit. I haven't heard all the details on that. But the NXIVM cult. So I'm watching this and realizing partway through the first episode they're talking about the movie What the Bleep Do We Know? Kind of thinks about like quantum theory, just thought processing, whatever, consciousness. And so when I was in mental hospital for the last time in Tucson, maybe not the last time, one of those techs that worked there, yeah, for sure. We'll get to those later, mental health care. But there was a tech that worked there, and I can't remember her name, Angie or something, and Angela, and she said, "You're really smart. You should come to these seminars with me." Blah, blah. You're like,
yeah, you told us
last and so I was just like, I realized I was just too broke to enter a cult.
I was just going to ask you. I was going to ask you if you ever got sucked into the cult. Now I remember.
But even I was talking to Sarah Myers, a comedian here, and she kept saying the same thing when she watched it. We were like, "Oh, this makes a lot of sense," and then we're like, "Oh, wait, it's a cult documentary." Just kidding. Don't get sucked in, because some of the theories are like pretty interesting. So gullible. No, because some of them are like really interesting, like things on live, real openness and whatever. But then it gets real.
Have you ever almost been sucked into a cult, Patti?
No, never been sucked into a cult.
Which cult would you join if you were to be sucked into a cult?
If was there any cult that I would join, it would be a sex cult. Because like, it would have to be like.
Is there a specific one? What's the one?
No, not a specific one. I don't follow
cults.
But it would have to be like women servicing me.
Not a cult fan like me. Oh, women servicing. So you would be the cult leader then?
Because no, I wouldn't be the leader. I mean,
but a lot of times the other dudes.
So I just like, oh, I was a victim.
But a lot of times the other dudes in the cults end up not getting to have sex because then the main leader.
There was
gets
a
all
lot
the
of
sex.
those kind of cults in the 70s.
Even what's his name? What is his name? The Waco guy.
Oh, the Branch Davidian dude.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
David Berkowitz.
Koresh. Yeah, he ended up just
was
like
the Son of Sam guy.
Yeah.
Yes. Who might be multiple people. Anyway, I digress. But yeah, he ended up just being like, all the ladies are for me. They're now married to me.
Way it should be.
Everybody, these are all my children now.
Cool Guys Club.
I just don't understand because like all these guys, they're not attractive. That's why I'm saying it's all
well,
mind
the attractiveness
fucking.
is women because women, especially women at your age, like 30. I notice, like even like my mom did the same thing. I've noticed that they trying to find.
My mom kind of
the way and what's the world about?
It's like an existential crisis.
Where's my path going? And just shut up and cook. I'm just
oh my God!
I'm kidding.
Wow! Oh, just shut up and tech, Larry.
Looks like he's gonna be sleeping on the couch tonight.
Yes, Patti. Kick him out. Yes, he sleeps outside with the dog.
No, but I'm saying like they're always trying to find themselves and like.
When do you think, do men ever have that?
No. Not, well, yes, when they turn like 50 or 40 or whatever.
Yeah, that's why we're more mature. Because we mature quicker in that way that we're like, we want to be just good, better people. And men are like, we're just going to fuck until our dick doesn't work.
I wasn't like that in my 40s. I settled down.
In your 40s?
In my 40s. But in my 30s, I was like, fucking yeah.
How old were you when you met Patti, when you guys first met?
45.
45, yeah.
45? And you feel like that seems like a good age.
Well, because I had Callie with her mom,
45.
Even though she was only 20. That sucked. Because I knew that wasn't going to last.
Age differences are hard. Even like, I'm noticing now. I can't date anyone in their 20s, I don't think. I could bang someone in their 20s.
You could bang somebody in their 20s.
Yeah, but anyone I'm seeing, nobody's in their 20s.
And that's kind of where it started, but we're together for 3 years, yeah. But I knew it was never going to last, dude. Fucking 20? Come on.
20, yeah, that's really young.
Yeah.
I think my parents are like 13
and I got so
years
much
apart.
and you get so much shit from everybody, just like, your friends are like, how old is she? Like, you get so much shit.
Because then you feel like a creep? Is that what?
Yeah.
Like you have the feeling they're just like either judging you or thinking that you're seeing her as like some sort of piece of candy or something.
Right.
Yeah, or they're seeing her that way.
And then it was even worse when I got her pregnant. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh my God. Use birth control condoms and things, my friend.
Don't go wrong.
Get tested every 6 months if you're gonna do that. Oh, good thing. Yeah, I don't know. The good thing about going to like the hospital, because I was there last week, is they kind of test you for all like infections and things. I was like, I'm good again, which I'm like, I figured I was.
How would you know? No, there's diseases.
Tell you.
Well, there's diseases out there. They can only test for herpes if you have an outbreak.
No, but like the syphilis and the...
Oh, yeah, the syphilis.
And like any sort of... They can tell when you're like, blood cells are off if you have like any sort of infection or anything.
Oh, yeah, they can. But not with herpes, though. You have to have an outbreak to get tested.
I got tested for that like a month ago. I'm fine.
How could you get tested?
Don't they test that in the blood? Isn't that the one?
No.
Is that just syphilis? That's just the syphilis and the AIDs.
The only way, like, if you have to go into the place with herpes and be like, oh, what the fuck is this? And then they do a swab test on it.
I just imagine walking with like a dress on with no under. What's this?
Pretty much. And then they do a swab test on it, and they're like, usually they could tell just by looking at it and be like, oh, fuck, you're fucked up.
That would suck.
Yeah.
I don't have any of the H's. That's the herpes and the HPVs.
That's even more of a lifer than HIV now, because you can take a little thing and be...
A little peel.
Yeah, and be undetected.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but they're gonna.
But does that? Now let me ask you.
Close to curing herpes.
Yeah, they are very close to curing herpes.
Like all kinds of herpes,
or
just
they've been stumped on it for decades.
Because like I'll get like the fever blister type thing sometimes, but it's different. So it's a different herpes. I remember when I was a kid in like school, I was like so embarrassed at school one time because I had one, and usually when the weather was changing or something, and kids in like middle school, you got herpes. I'm like, no, I don't. Leave me alone.
Be like, yeah, I do.
Kiss me. Got it from your mama.
It's my alternative lifestyle.
Got it from your mama. Swinging. Your parents are swingers, and so am I.
So how's it going with the... We need an update.
Updates. Carla's in the dating world.
So you're still dating the married guy?
I haven't seen him in a long time. He has COVID right now.
Oh, have you talked to him?
Yeah. Yeah. We texted yesterday, I think. And it doesn't have to be like an everyday thing, but here and there. It's like,
texting or sexting?
Texting. I mean, he had COVID, him and his wife together, and then he was out of town for a funeral before that. So it's been like 3 weeks at least. At least. Maybe a month.
Bar guy? Bartender or bar? Is he a bar back?
Bartender.
No, he's
award-winning bartender.
Watch, he's a bar back.
No, and he manages like 3-place bar thingies.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
He's won like bartending awards and things.
Really?
Mixologist.
Why doesn't he come here and be our bartender?
He might be on someday.
That'd be cool. No, he could
come and be
yeah.
No, that'd be cool if he makes some drinks.
Make some drinks, some cocktails.
Yeah.
He can come be a guest and make cocktails while that.
You know, like on We Might Be Drunk. They have the Bar Jew.
Bar Jew, I don't know that one.
You've never watched with Sam Morril and...
Oh, yeah. Okay, Bar Jew.
That's
yeah,
the guy
he should come make
the bartender,
drinks.
Bar Jew.
Could he be a guest and a bar?
We'll put a camera on him, but he doesn't get to sit next to you.
Oh, I want him to talk too.
Nah.
No. Nobody's begging me.
We'll put a mic on him.
Yeah.
Like,
No, he's chill.
And he can mix drinks. I want like one of those badass old fashions that you put inside the box and it smoky.
Oh yeah, they do like the smoky things at their place, and they like sometimes light cinnamon sticks on fire and smoke.
Yeah, me and Patti have been getting into because what is that place, babe? What's it called? Casa
Cocktails.
Where's that at?
It's not at anywhere. They have like little packs.
Bottles. Okay.
Yeah.
And you buy the alcohol, and they provide all the ingredients to go with it,
and the steps to make
and the steps to make it, and all that shit.
Nice.
You get like 4 little cocktails and stuff. It's like $20 for the box.
Which ones have you tried?
We tried the vodka one, and then that's it.
That was the winter. That was for Christmas. So that was their winter box.
Winter
they just came out with their spring box that I want to try.
What's a spring box?
They come
more
up
vodka.
Like cucumber shit, I'm sure.
They release new recipes for each season.
Oh,
so you have your winter, spring, summer, and fall drinks. It's cool.
Mojito sounds good.
The box is like $20. You know,
yeah,
then you
that's
go
not
buy
bad.
the booze and it's a pain in the ass getting all the ingredients together, right?
Yeah, it's true. I used to make mojitos for one of my exes, and it was just like, I gotta get this and the simple syrup and the cubes and
especially if you gotta get grenadine.
It's
Grenadine's like fucking
everything,
$40
this stuff.
It's expensive.
Let's go to these bars, all the things that they have.
That's 90% of the fucking drinks out there have grenadine.
And then you never know at bars too what people are gonna make. So it's like you buy all this stuff and the half of it goes to
or
waste.
the Grand Marnier.
Grand Marnier, which was the red stuff.
Yeah, that's expensive too.
Is it? I've never had any of that. I've never been like a liquor person. Maybe that's why. Because I'm like, it's expensive.
I'm a diet. You drink beer.
IPA. I drink tequila and whiskey. I'll sip on those. Sipping on some whiskey. But no, bartender. I've seen him. Haven't hung out with him too much in like the last week. But I was like in the hospital too, so that was like.
Right.
But we text. I saw him on Monday, just for a bit. But we were both tired, so I didn't go to his house.
And now you've got a new gentleman caller.
Literally.
A gentleman caller, yeah, from France.
Hey kids,
you say.
Have you ever been catcalled on the street?
Well, you might get to go home with him. Guess what Carla did?
I would not advise ladies to do this for everybody. Who knows? He could be a serial killer. We don't know yet.
He's from France. Probably is.
That means the French are chill.
French are assholes.
No. He's
you
really
haven't
nice.
heard that? That's like
but every French person I've met has been nice.
And he's black, right?
Yes. Also.
Like Nubian black? Like black?
Yeah, like West African, Cameroon, black, and then French. But his dad's from France.
Nice.
But both his parents, I think, are African.
So he's uncircumcised?
Oh, shut up. I don't know. It's hard to tell sometimes when it's already, you know what I mean? When it's already hard. It's hard to tell sometimes.
Well, it depends on how much skin's on the dick.
Yeah, so there's been people where I'm not too sure, unless I've had sex with them, like, multiple times. But it's
a
the
lot
first
of
time,
ladies
so I
I've heard
haven't.
that's like a shock. Like, have you ever been with uncircumcised?
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it?
My first one was 18. I sound like I was bad at it. I waited till I was 18.
International, check you out, dude.
No, I remember in high school people were like saying stuff. I have nothing against it. And especially like some countries I know it's not like a thing.
Patti, well, it's
like England doesn't. I've been with an English dude.
Yeah, it's cosmetic is what it is. It's cosmetic.
Mostly at this point. Yeah, for sure.
Has Patti ever been with any uncircumcised?
I've never seen an uncircumcised.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Can I ask how many people you've been with? Or, okay, I just want to know the ratio here of, like,
in high school, I was a little whore. Yeah, I got around quite a bit.
A lot of cowboys. She's fucking cowboys.
And then
so
I got pregnant, and then I seriously, 3 people after I had Candace.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
But you never saw.
She's never had a baby out of her either, so that pussy's tight.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Babe.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh, William Willer says he looks like a skinny Kimbo Slice. Damn. He's got the full beard and the balding and everything.
No, he's no beard or balding.
Well, that's what Kimbo Slice looks like. He's got the huge beard.
Yeah, it's not huge.
And he's got the bald back here.
He's like a little something, but not like.
Or is it up
huge
here?
beard.
I think it's bald up here.
No.
He's got the
not hair wise.
The fucking
not facial or head hair wise. I don't think he did. William, to be fair, saw him for about 2 minutes. For about 2 seconds this morning. Because the reason I had a shower over here.
Big skinny.
So, Carla, So how to guess last night? The Frenchman, went with me to Juno to the open mic, and that was fun. I had a pretty good set, which was cool because I wasn't nervous actually with him being there. It was like chill. And I was sitting next to Angel and his girlfriend, so that was funny.
So he's French, so he's not, what's those really aggressive dudes from, like Somalian chick?
No.
You come here, bitch.
Shut up! That's only 90 Day Fiance. No,
yeah, those dudes.
I mean, he looks good. I ain't hating on him, William. So William was like supposed to get a washer and dryer this morning, and they brought them, but they were like, I guess, flawed. And then they're like, we can give you a dryer today. He's like, well, what the fuck? So he's been dealing with like this plumbing issue, and it's right outside my door. And when we woke up, he was like, can I go to the bathroom? I was like, yeah, but you got to put some clothes on. And then he thought that I would maybe.
William Wheeler walks around the house naked?
No. But I told this guy if he went to the bathroom, I said they're out right outside the door, but you can go to the bathroom.
He's from France. They just walk around with their penises out everywhere.
Last night, I mean, William was sleeping, but last night I had to go to the bathroom, and I put on like a shirt and some shorts. And he was like, "Oh, I thought you guys were comfortable with each other." Like thought that me and William just walk around naked. I have walked around in a towel around William.
France, and I'm sure they're roommate women. They just suck naked? Each other's
Shut
dicks
up.
and have sex with each other.
Good.
Larry
what?
just thinks everybody's sucking and fucking constantly because when he was single, that's all he was doing. To be fair, that's kind of what I'm doing right now. But so yeah, he thought that I walked around naked with William, but I didn't.
I don't think me and Mallory were ever comfortable, like, because we'd slept together, like had a threesome with one of our friends before we moved in.
Oh my God, when
together.
you said Mallory.
No,
not that.
Not Mallory.
Too many Mallory.
It wasn't like, oh, see you naked, me see me naked. And even though we'd seen each other naked and I had my penis inside of her, it was never.
Yeah.
Like, oh, hey, I'm, Well, the closest I got to was like a towel around,
Yeah, that's where I
But never fully nude walking from the bathroom to her bedroom.
My old roommate kind of did that, but...
A guy did this?
No.
Chick?
Yeah.
Were you guys ever...
No.
Did she want to?
No.
Because maybe that was like an invitation thing. She's like,
no, she like said earlier, they... I don't know.
Oh, they, them?
Yeah, she goes either way. They go either way. But what was I going to say about William? Oh, but I did put William to sleep the other night. I'm so bruised. And it's not just because of last night. I've been bruised for like weeks.
You got a bruise on that forearm over there?
Look at here. I'm a banana, you guys. I'm a banana kid. What's happening here? Oh my God.
Yeah, you got all fucked up. Boy, that Nubian dude's
No! It's not even from
your ass?
him.
What the fuck?
I don't bruise that quick. He saw these two and thought they were from him. And I was like, no, I've had those. Anyway, I put William to bed the other night. He came home from Dinner Detective on Saturday. We had the garage. And he was very tired and a little drunky. And I don't think he spoke. And then... He was in full suit still from Dinner Detective and was too tired to take it off. So I took off all his clothes except for his underwear and put him to bed. But he was like a little limp. I said, just go limp because I used to like do this with old people. Like, yeah, but not that drunk. He was just sleepy. It was more joking roommate shit.
Oh, so like the pornos where the stepsister's sleeping?
No, I know.
You snuck your strap on into his bubble?
It's over here watching.
I was sneaky. He might have wanted that, but just kidding. No, so I even moved his whole body. He didn't even move. I put his phone next to him, tucked him in and everything. It was cute. But he wasn't even that drunk. It was more funny than anything. Weird shit happens in that house. I don't know. He let me know when he was on the way home last night, but it's hard to read text when you're in the middle of sex.
You're like, I'm going to have a sock on my door.
Maybe we should have...
Do you guys do that?
No, we usually text each other, but then it's hard to know when somebody's coming home. House,
Carla! Some dude's drilling you.
Drilling. Wow. It's not a wrong adjective.
You're like, what?
Verb. I can word. Yeah, I guess that's what's going on. It's kind of been weird because it's been like I'm still talking to all these people, but it's been like chunks of them that haven't been overlapping.
Okay. So how did you met this dude just on the street? Oh, yeah. On the street. Look at you getting all excited, dude.
I just feel silly about this. I even said it on stage at Juno about like the cat calling, which I've been cat called, especially in Mexico, and they really do the to you. But he was driving.
So he was cat calling you?
No, not but kind of. I was on my way from Founders. I guess I was walking to my truck, and then I was going to go to Zacatecas. I was getting my backpack out of my truck to go to Zacatecas to hang with like him and Tyler. So they already knew I was coming, so I had somebody knowing I was alive at least. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I'll be right there. And then I was walking down the block, and he just like rolls down his window. He's like, hey, you look interesting. Do you want to do a Snapchat together? I was like... And I had only had like one beer that night because I wasn't like, I'm only trying to do like one beer if I do one beer the night. So I had one walking, it was maybe a little high. And then he pulls over. So we start talking and he was like really cute. He's like, you seem cool. I was like, yeah. And we exchanged numbers, which I never do like right away. Like I'd never have done that. Like just be like, yeah, here's.
Does he have an accent?
Yeah.
Well, that's it right there.
No.
Bullshit.
No, because he's really cute too, but. I don't know. He seems cool. He's nice and very interesting and smart and like not American.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm tired of Americans.
I don't know how you get past that fucking no circumcised penis.
I don't know if it's not. Again, it's probably not. I don't know.
No, it's not. Come on.
We've only had sex. It's like, you have to have sex more
in
and
order for you to get your penis circumcised outside of the United States, you got to be a Jew. For real, like
it's true. Well, here America is like made it a fad. I think a fashion.
It's moms not wanting their son not to be accepted by a woman. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what
it's like. The pit bull clipping of the tail.
Those women don't want to have an uncircumcised penis. Nobody does. Come on.
The moms who do. But what if like the dad?
It's like a dog penis before it gets erected.
No, it's not.
It's got the hair sticking out of the
By all this talk, I take it that Larry is circumcised. just fine. Oh, William said it was adorable. Oh, putting him to bed. Oh my.
His penis was adorable.
William, is your penis adorable? I did not see it.
You didn't see the Nubian dudes?
Oh yeah, I did see that one, but not William's.
But it didn't look. You couldn't tell.
Well, it was already hard. I couldn't really tell. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes
right.
It depends. I welcome all penis.
Well, good for you,
so
Carla.
that's just update on dating. Let's see. What else are we going on?
Let's move on.
What else is happening? Weed's legal. Ding dong. Weed has gone legal. What are we at? What's the toll on the number? Do you know of how much the state has made so far?
As of the first 4 days, they did 4.5 million, which is more than Colorado's first 4 days because in Colorado there's 6 million people.
How many are you?
500,000, maybe 1 million.
And we had more sales.
Oh yeah.
We probably made record for any state then, in a sense, right?
Yeah.
Because we don't. Yeah.
I don't know if we made record, but it was a lot of weed.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and they're also running out. There's huge problems as far as the legalities of it, the gray areas. Mm-hmm. They don't have enough agents to go around and check these fucking dispensaries. So
yeah, I know some aren't. Like the systems are different. I've been to 3, and everyone is different. One's more like, and the computer one's just like, oh, okay. Yeah. Like, all right. I'm actually thinking to apply to one.
They have a central database which when a dispensary gets the marijuana, they have to log it in. Mm-hmm. And then the state knows how much they have.
Yeah.
And then they minus out of that is how it goes.
And then they probably keep track of how much you're
but
smoking.
Let's be real. A lot of these, I'm sure since there's so many gray areas, and this was an illegal operation before, and the majority of the people that know the industry, aren't involved in the industry, have been criminals. Mm-hmm. I'm sure there's a lot. It's a lot more than $4 million.
Oh, for sure.
Especially on the black market shit.
Here. What else are we gonna do? Fucking smoke weed. That's what our state does best.
Fentanyl. Ugh.
Well, there's that. Our number one favorite is probably weed. Mm-hmm. Weed and fucking. Because there's so many children. Stop having children. Just kidding.
No, I had to have the talk with my daughter. She's
talks.
Yeah, I had to have the talk with her because she's gonna pass by. She's 11.
11,
they
yeah.
had the sex ed.
How was that? Yeah. I mean, just like in
talking
general.
to her about weed.
Oh, about weed you did. I thought you were talking about sex.
Not that. No.
Oh, okay.
She knew all that shit before.
The talk. That's the talk.
No, the talk for me is drugs. Okay. Like, that's the talk because.
And what was the talk like? Can you share that?
Just telling her that. It's illegal now. It used to be illegal. You go to prison for it before. Mm-hmm. Now it's legal, and I'm sure that she's going to be offered it.
Yeah.
And I'm sure she's going to do it. Mm-hmm. And there's nothing I can really do to stop her from doing it. I just want her to be safe with it. And I would prefer her not do it until she's 22 because that's when the brain stops growing.
Right. Yes. 22 to 24.
We also said not to hide it from us.
Yeah, don't hide it from me.
That makes it worse.
Be in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If she did it, we just want her to be truthful with us.
Mm-hmm.
If she
right, because there's nothing I can do. I mean, the first joint I smoked, I was 9.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Wow. One of my dad's employees. I worked for my dad during the summer times. Mm-hmm. He had a janitorial business that would clean fucking movie theaters. I think I've said this a million times. But he would hire high school kids, and of course those high school kids in the 80s smoked tons of weed.
Everywhere.
So
I had the ability to say no as a child until, I drank at like 14, but I didn't smoke weed. I think I took a couple of hits at like 16. Didn't do anything in that 19, I think was the first time I got high. But then I didn't really smoke till like 28.
I tried it when I was 9, but that doesn't mean I was like, oh, fuck, you got a bag? Let me buy it. Now I'm addicted.
I'd probably...
No, it wasn't like that at all.
I would have probably had a better time in my 20s if I did smoke weed. Because I think I would have... It helped me, with anxiety and just mental shit.
Oh,
and,
from 14 on, I smoked weed.
Yeah, I should have started, in early 20s.
Which was not a good idea, but...
I don't know. And now it's like everybody's teaching their parents about weed and stuff, which is fun. It's like the senior teaching the freshman at school about yeah, there's indica and this and that. Be safe on that. There were a lot of, so I do Uber Eats, if you guys don't know, and there were a lot of Uber Eats orders in the last week, and heavy tipping. And I think some of them were either so generous just in high or forgot they tipped me on the app and then were giving me cash too.
That's awesome.
I was like, yes. So I was able to make in 4.5 hours what I'd usually be making 6 or 7 or something, which was nice.
Nice.
So, with these, we like it here. Just eat food, stay home, be happy.
I don't do the rec, man. Those taxes are too expensive.
Yeah, okay, and then the taxes. That's the thing. It's like they tax you, I don't know how much %. And then if you use your card, guys, I would say if you're going to go to dispensaries, take cash because otherwise it's like a $2.50 processing fee or around
it's just like
there.
going to an ATM. They're basically
exactly.
It's an ATM you're going to.
Yeah, they're the credit card machines. All that fucking shit. I don't know.
Making money hand over fist.
Carla doesn't know technology.
Is that because the banks don't want to deal with the weed yet?
No, they don't. There's no banking system for marijuana right now.
It's like a shit show, but
yeah,
we're doing it, guys.
It's sad.
We're doing it. We did it. It kind of was that way in Arizona too.
I mean, there's some banks that do it, but it's not every bank accepts it. Mm-hmm.
Take cash. Take the cash. I did get a couple of pre-rolls. Oh, Larry did give me some toast before this with some weed butter melted and peanut butter. But look at these.
Butter I made.
I don't know if you guys can see. They're really cute. They're like little pineapple.
I made her little pineapple ones, because she's a swinger.
Is that why?
And that's the sign for swinging is pineapples.
This one's upside down.
So any guys that want to... Should I put those back in the fridge?
Maybe. One's starting to melt. They're so cute. Can they see them?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. How cute. I got excited seeing it on camera.
Little pineapple.
Yeah, you can melt these, put it on butter, put it on toast. I might just eat a whole one. Is that going to kill me? Will I have a heart attack?
Don't
I'll have a heart attack, guys. It's fine. We're doing on time here. Cool. So we have Patti Mike today, and talking about the weed. Like, I did start smoking a lot more when I realized the health benefits of it. And like myself, Patti has chronic illness, and why we didn't have a show last week because Carla had, because of Blue Cross Blue Shield tech issues, I couldn't get my medicine last weekend. Still catching up with my tongue and things. But I couldn't get my medication. So come Monday, Tuesday, I started feeling really bad. And Tuesday, Wednesday, I had mini strokes, which I first thought were seizures. Went to the hospital after I called the nurse line. And they said, go to the hospital. And there's no lasting damage. But anytime I have a mini stroke, just because they want to like chart it and all that and make sure, you know, I mean, it sucks going to the hospital, guys. But really, if you are going through something and you don't feel right, like, even if they have to tell you, like, nothing's wrong or whatever, like, it's better to know and to get that charted than to, like, ignore it altogether, or you'll be like a Bob Marley situation. So anyway, I ramble.
So was it a TIA?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So TIA, transient ischemic attack, otherwise called the mini strokes, the baby strokes. Mm-hmm. So they have the same kind of symptoms as a stroke, but they're not lasting effects. They usually clear up, you know, sometimes in like an hour to like 24 hours, like the after side effects. Usually it only lasts like a couple of minutes, the actual stroke feeling part. But yeah, even for days, man, I felt so foggy brained. I just like was doing weird things. Like I tried to like put a toothpaste on my toothbrush and then started like going through my hair with it. Oh, I was like, what is happening? And I started like in the shower was like, I don't even know, like weird things. I was very confused about things for a while, like cognitively.
And that's the seizure?
The mini strokes. It just like, and I was like kind of limp and weird on this side for a couple of days, just kind of like dragging my feet around. And even now I have to think really hard about what I'm saying. But yeah, it messes you up. So yeah, just because of brain and heart things. But Patti I wanted to have here because she also knows about the healthcare system and has chronic illness. Hello, Patti.
Hello.
Can you share with people what it is that you are living with?
Huh?
I can hear her.
Yeah.
Can you hear her?
I just
Can we hear
was
her,
back
people?
away for a little bit because I'm loud.
I'm loud.
I'm very
I should
loud.
back away.
Sorry.
No, welcome.
I have hypothyroidism. I've had it, forever. And a lot of people just don't understand that little thyroid controls everything, and it is, it's a painful exhaustion. It's a hard to describe the pain of being tired,
like the fatigue, like over fatigued and body pains.
It's a body pain,
and then pain too can just like wear on us, like psychologically too, and physically. Yeah, just yeah, it's exhaustion and fatigue. Oh, Patti, what do you do that helps, or what is it like? What when you are having symptoms, what are things that help when things are flaring
changing
up?
my diet. It's mostly related to my diet. I have to make sure that I'm getting a lot of potassium in. If I have an attack, what happens is everything swells on me. My hands become swollen. My joints become swollen. So I just have to change my diet and avoid, especially salt. I used to love sunflower seeds. I can't touch those things anymore because they're so salty, and I'm not going to eat the unsalted shit.
Yeah. That's gross.
That's gross. That's very gross.
This natural shit.
And then just going to the doctor and getting my blood test to see if they need to adjust my medications. I also suffer from migraines. Poor Larry. He doesn't understand that.
The migraine part too. And migraines, people don't realize too, can even like be vascular, meaning they can affect your like body, not just your head.
I understand it. It's just...
It's the part where he tells me to take something for it.
And she doesn't.
And
she just sits there and suffers and stews in it.
Doesn't work.
Sometimes it doesn't. My sister, I'm always telling her, Geneva, she's always like, I feel one coming out. I'm like, take the med now. Take it. She's like, no. And then later she's like, I think I took it too late.
When's the last time you even tried to take something for it?
What do they prescribe for you? Because sometimes like things don't work for everybody.
I love when I ask a question, I get the exasperation.
No, I'm trying to remember the name of it. Imitrex.
Oh, yeah. That's what they almost put me on.
It killed me. It put me in the hospital.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. I had it made the headache much, much worse.
Interesting.
I ended up vomiting, and then there's that The more you vomit, then you become dizzy again, and it just keeps. It's a vicious cycle. And then my doctor told me that he doesn't recommend any medication at that time. And it's been a while. I haven't really covered it again, but that was the worst. I wanted to die.
Yeah, because
I felt my head was going to explode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you feel like you're almost like dying.
You're gonna die.
And it's like like I hate complaining on things, but it's hard when people don't have it to realize like, okay, and then you just gotta figure out, because it sucks too when you have them. You feel like you're getting behind in a day. You're like, I can't really do anything. I can't function properly. I'm getting behind. Then that's stressing you out, and then the physicality part of it is like.
Do you think it's mostly women that have these problems?
I don't know. I mean, men get migraines, but there is something with, I think, even
it's hormones,
our hormones and different stuff that kind of affects. And with you too, I'm sure. Yeah, having the thyroid issues.
I'm so glad I'm a dude.
We have so many things that flare up,
bleeding and pains and.
Bleeding and
I haven't had that issue. Because of my thyroid, I don't have that issue.
I know, but still.
Oh, really?
And then your thyroid. You know how many bitches I've known that are like, oh, my thyroid.
Yeah. My ex-friend was born without a thyroid. It was weird.
My God.
And so she was constantly
But you don't ever
on
hear guys talking like that. It's like.
Also, guys don't rarely go get checked out for shit. They're there's a lot of pride involved. Or if something's going on, they're not going to be like, hey, my prostate really hurts today. Guys, I think women are more vulnerable to talk about this stuff. And marriage was like, we keep moving, tough as nail. And then they fall apart. That's why they die quicker, because they don't get checked out. Maybe. No, I don't know. So how it was with skateboarders. I'm like, you have consistent problems in your later times because you never got these broken bones checked out. So yeah, it's good to go to the doctors. Yeah, and the concussions mess you up. Yeah. Have they talked to you at all about Botox? That's what I get for migraines. But a lot of it is because
I've known people who have done the Botox thing, as well as what is that Chinese where they stick the acupuncture.
That used to help when I was in my 20s. I used to do that. I wish I've never done insurance covered that. That would be rad.
Insurance. I don't think insurance when it first came out covered the Botox.
Yeah, now
I think that acupuncture shit's just like chiropractic stuff. It's all fake.
Shut up! It helps.
I've seen it work.
Massage helps. All that helps. And it needs to be covered. I think some states are starting, and some insurance are starting to cover massage and chiropractic stuff. For a long time, they didn't. The Botox, too, I know, my sister tried to get it, but her insurance wouldn't cover it. And mine, it does because I have a heart issue. So most migraine meds I can't take. Yeah. So then it bypasses that. And then my insurance is like, okay, it's her only thing. Which I don't love the idea of putting, fucking what is I don't even know, putting that shit in my face and things, but it's that versus hurting all the time, then that, and the diet does help, not eating red meats and cheese and things like that, because I have flare-ups. But figure out what works for you, because again, not every med works for every person. Just like with therapy, not every therapist is gonna get along with you best, I guess. And through that,
you just don't trust those therapists. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of wackadoos.
Have you done therapy, or do you?
No, I've not done therapy. No, unfortunately.
You're pretty smart and wise.
My younger sister has done the therapy thing, and that therapist convinced her to hate us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If you go to therapists, they're going to be like, divorce Larry.
And that's the one thing. Yeah, no, I just don't get that about therapy, though. When they're saying, your childhood trauma affects who you are today. Yes, it does affect who you are today. But as an adult, you should be able to freaking look at that and change your ways so that it doesn't I could sit there and say, oh well my mom hit me with a belt, but no, I'm gonna say I am an adult today. I've got a job to do, I've got kids to raise and a family and all of that, and you could I don't get it. I don't understand that. And she let it take her in.
Right. Dude, the first time I met her sister, it was an explosion of
emotion.
Yeah. She had a breakdown. She had a mental breakdown.
I was like, what the fuck is going on right now?
You see, and my daughter suffers from panic attacks, and I can work with her on her panic attacks, but my sister, no, it was
She can't calm down on him.
She can't. So I guess maybe it is okay that she's not involved because she was not a nice person. Mm-hmm. Not a nice person. She is a textbook narcissist.
Ooh,
but she blames everybody else for her problems instead of looking inwards towards herself and fixing her internal problems.
Well, just suck it up.
Yeah, it's kind of I can see. I guess some people can't process. Problems
and nobody. You can sit there and cry on Facebook all you fucking want. Nobody cares.
They've got their own problems. Someone pray for me.
Pray for me.
Maybe I'm hurt. Like, I am a very empathetic person. Don't get me wrong. I'm there when friends need me. I'm there to listen, to give advice, all of that.
But if you're doing cries for help, give me a fucking break, bro.
Yeah, and then when it comes to my own stuff, it's like, I guess I'm just lucky that I can process things pretty quickly, where I can think about it, cognitive, and then move on.
But you're not. You're not throwing it out on Facebook.
Yeah, I'm not. A lot of people I start to realize don't. I mean, on here I talk about stuff, but even then, a lot of people don't realize, close friends, what I'm going through sometimes, because I'm just quiet about things. Yeah. Like, even Jess Wood is always like, "Girl, call me if you need something." I'm like, yeah, sometimes I just need to be alone and process for a second, even if it's just like an hour. Even if I'm not crying, just like, okay, I'm gonna go for a run, go for a walk, just be alone, get away from like this feeling, and then I feel better. Like, you know, just because you woke up one way doesn't mean your whole day has to be that way, you know? Like, with your sister and stuff. And maybe at one point I used to be more like that, where it's like, I had a panic attack today. I can't leave my house. Yeah. You know, but now it's like, okay, let's breathe. Let's move on. Let's get out of that moment. Sometimes changing location physically helps. Go outside for a second. Yep. Oh, man, that's hard. Do you have any panic attacks? You said you've had, or no?
I do get panic attacks, but it's not because of again, I hate to say it, it's my thyroid. Yeah. Just out of nowhere, nothing could be going on, and I will just end up with a panic attack. I just breathe through it, walk.
Patty's learned a lot since she's been with me.
You're like, whoosh, you.
No. Just kidding. Like, just the things I say, and like it. What do you mean in what? I don't know. She used to be a lot more like offended at stuff.
Oh, right. I
still get offended. I just blow it off. I'm like, I can't believe you just said that.
Not even thicker skin. You're just more just like open, just like whatever.
Whatever. I'm there. I'm whatever. Like,
dude, I used to hear Larry
all the time.
All the time.
Once in a while, still.
And not just from her, from other people too. My whole life, like Larry.
I'm always like Carla. Now at least. Oh man. Yeah, and as we mature, we learn and we grow. What was I gonna say about that too? The panic attacks, moving on from them. Blah 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 blah. Breathing. Oh,
grounding yourself, stepping outside without your shoes on.
Just all those. Yeah, going for walks, getting out of your element. Just doing the next best thing that feels like right for you, which is good. Oh, the panic attacks too, of like how sometimes it's your body. In my 20s, they like thought I had maybe like bipolar something, because I just felt like off here and there and would have these weird like almost panic, but I didn't feel my mental, but it was physically I felt like I was like panicking. And then come to find that it was like neurological stuff going on, like brain scarring and other things.
Well, you said you were like doing a lot of drinking and shit.
And then there was that mixed with like the neurological, like drinking like heavy, like waking up in the morning and that's the first thing that touched my lip was like wine or a beer.
Jesus Christ.
That's the thing, last thing at night.
You don't think that had anything to do with it?
I think a lot of things had to do with my, like from having meningitis as a kid to my 20s.
You had meningitis?
Yeah, that's what fucked me up a lot. Like, that's why I have a lot of brain scarring, and that, like, causes a lot of...
fuck you up.
So I have scarring right at the base of, like, my cranium where my, like, skull meets, and then I have some, like, right up here. So they cause the migraines. They can cause the mini strokes, and then when my heart is, like,
Isn't that, like, getting polio? Like, didn't they, fix that shit? I think back in the 70s, what happened?
Now there's, like, vaccines and stuff, but I was, like...
you're out there in the fucking...
We were in California in, like, Yosemite, I think. And I was like 2-ish and got sick, and they pretty much handed me back to my parents. They're like, if she lives, she'll be a vegetable.
Did you get the rickets too?
I was a rickety cricket. Dude, I was so clumsy as a kid. I couldn't see for a couple years.
You get meningitis?
Yeah, I don't know. They were just like, what's happening? she's gonna die.
Were your parents anti-vaxxers?
No, but okay. I was little.
Did they tell you how you got the meningitis? Was it through an ear infection?
I don't know. It was an infection of some sort, or somebody was around. Yeah. Okay. They didn't know the exact root of it. But yeah, I was in the hospital in Stanford Hospital for like 3 weeks to a month or something, just kind of on life support. And then I couldn't see. Like I had already started walking and talking and things, and I lost my vision, lost my hearing, couldn't talk, couldn't walk. And then it started coming back right.
This is in the when is this?
This 90s? Was like late 80s.
Late 80s, yeah.
Like going into the 90s. So I started getting like all my vision back. And then it came back fast, but I was kind of always very shy, and the world felt like very bright and weird for a long time. But yeah, kind of quiet, scared, weird kid. I mean, I was friendly. People liked me. I played by myself a lot. But a lot of things with meningitis come back later to haunt you, like 30 years, 40 years later. And it can, even the arthritis, like they think I'm having like
there's some serial killers out there that had meningitis.
Dude,
and that's why they're all
oh my God. Have we talked? Yeah, what's his name? The Green River? Is that the one?
Yeah, the Green River killer guy.
Tommy something.
Not Tommy.
No, there's somebody, someone that recently... Someone else. It was Green River, and there was another one too that I heard a documentary about.
Have you noticed there's more black serial killers
now
than there ever was? Yeah,
coming out. Have there always been, and now they're just being caught?
No.
What if there always?
You remember the first one? Like the first one was like, oh my God, fucking.
I mean, I wouldn't blame them.
And then there was the fucking sniper dude.
Oh, yeah, I remember the DC snipers.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't blame them. Fuck, if I was black in this America, I'd be serial killing too. Okay, don't take that off record. YouTube, I'm sorry.
You talk about what I say.
I mean, William just said that I'm good at moving to dead bodies. It's fine.
You're dating guys that look like Kimbo Slides.
Date everybody. No. I'm going to keep it at this. I'm not honestly looking for that much. But yeah, the meningitis. Anyway. So yeah, I'm a little wonky. And then, okay, going to Patti, you're married and all, you have kids and all that. And that's like inspiring, because sometimes I'm like, what if being sick, people won't want to be with me, because there's things that sometimes have to happen or whatever. Even William was on like Carla watch for like a day or two, just making sure I was like okay and not
well, the person
dead.
who loves you, they do care about your illnesses.
Yeah, and so I think that's something that's an insecurity going into relationships of like, I don't like I get real.
You got to make sure that you show them
You're
that.
Just fucking people.
But even when I'm like not feeling well, like wake up like it happened a week ago or right before this happened last Monday or something, like a month and a half ago, I woke up at somebody's house not feeling well, and I probably shouldn't have driven home, but I was just like, I gotta go alone, be by myself. I can't burden them with drive me home or follow me home. Like, I just shut down because I can't. Like, I don't want to put that on anybody.
I don't want anybody to get too close to me.
Exactly. But then that pushes them away. So it's like that. I don't know. It's that balance.
And I think that's you wanting to let, or at least letting somebody.
Maybe.
That falls. I mean, if you want to find somebody who will accept your illnesses, you got to let them take care of you.
Yes.
That one time, if you just got to show that vulnerability. Showing your vulnerability sucks.
Yep. Oh my gosh.
Sucks.
I'm like,
you don't want to be vulnerable with anybody. But like, once you do, and you find someone who can be compassionate with that vulnerability and can care for you, and that's a gem.
Aw, I need a gem. Someday I'll have a gem.
Maybe this French guy's a gem.
Maybe. He's pretty awesome.
It's not the married guy.
No, that can only go so far.
It's definitely not the bartender.
Well, he's going through a lot right now. Frenchman. But yeah, I think I need to be more vulnerable. I think I haven't done that. And, when you're a kid, again, it's like, I don't want to take it back to then. But I quickly started realizing that. I was like, oh, as a kid, I kind of just was like alone when I was sick. Or they're like, I didn't want anyone really want to take care of me. Or like when we cried, it was like, go clean up your tears until you don't look like you're crying. So it was very much like, emotions and illness were swept under the rug, and so that was with my family.
Oh, really?
With my family, and so I think that's why I react the way I do. So I push people.
If you were crying, your dad would be like, "Get out of here, go in your room, cry."
Pretty much, or just be like,
go self-soothe.
Yeah, exactly, self-soothing.
And that's the reason why you go right now is you self-soothe. You can't do it with anybody else around because when you were younger, you had to handle it yourself and take care of your issues, which is where you are now today.
Gotta let people in, guys.
Yep.
Not just into your vagina. You gotta let them into
Not
your...
just in a vagina.
Or your mouth.
But it's a lot easier to get in their vagina than
But
in their feet.
when you were in the hospital,
yeah.
were your parents there the whole time?
That's
or
crazy
were you alone?
So this is the thing that I...
Hate to put cough drop on the...
Funny to say this, though. It's so, like, when I felt... So I came home from this guy's house. Tuesday I rested. Felt really shitty. And then Wednesday, for sure, was like, I think I need to call a nurse line and then go to hospital because they were like, you need to go to the hospital, especially with your thing. So I told William, told my dad, gave them each other's numbers. I sent my dad a text of like, if something happens, these are the bags, these are my meds, take me to this hospital. Like these, you know, they have my Loveless chart, all of that they can see. Kind of told William the same, but... you know, I was able to, like, walk myself out kind of limpingly. But William ended up dropping me off. And even then, he was so sweet to drop me off and was, like, waiting on me to get ready to go. And then he was like, you sure you don't want me to come in with you? I can park. I was like, no, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I was just like, no. He's like, are you sure? I could see in his face, he's like, let me be there for you. And I was like, no, you got a day to go do. I was like, go ahead. He's like, okay. I was like, I'm at the right place if something happens, you know. And then my dad texts and calls. Well, I'm trying to check in and kept calling and kept texting. And he was like, I'm leaving the house now. I don't know. I'm just going to go sit with you and blah, blah. So I called him immediately. I was like, just go back to the house. It could be like 6 hours. I don't want you sitting here. He said, okay, just let me know when they're starting to check you out and I'll head over because he lives in Rio Rancho. And he came and picked me up, but he would have sat there with me. But at this point, it's happened like so many times in the last, 4 or 5 years that, or even 4 years that it's kind of just, what do you call it? Like a thing you have to go through. It's just like a routine of like, okay, now I go to the hospital. Now I sit there. When it first started happening, it was almost a panic mode of like, what's going to happen to? Yeah, and now it's like, okay, I know. I just need to do this. They're going to give me the fluids. They're going to test my things. They're going to like talk to me about this. I just have to tell them this. And yeah, so I think staying calm and it helps too. And it was only 3 hours. That's the shortest emergency room trip I've ever had, man.
Jesus, that's short.
3 hours. Oh yeah. So. But I'm going back before we move on. This all happened because of a stupid fucking Blue Cross Blue Shield issue. Why? First off, with my medication, I can only get refills 2 days in advance. So then I call in refills Thursday, couldn't pick them up till Saturday because I had to show all the stuff. They closed earlier than I thought. Go Saturday, and they're like, oh, there's a block on your prescription meds. I was like, I have insurance, whatever. And they're like, yeah, it's just been happening with Blue Cross Blue Shield. You got to call them. So I call. Nobody's working on the weekends. So I couldn't get my meds. So I had to ration 1 day's pill off of like 2.5 days. And that's why like my things got wonky. And then, Monday I called. It took 5 minutes to get the block taken off. They're like, sorry, it's just been a tech issue. I'm like, what the fuck? When I tried to kill myself in Kansas and woke up out of a coma in crazy Carla era, guess who the first faces I saw? Well, first it was my ex, but then it was 2 policemen taking me to the mental hospital because it's illegal to try to kill yourself in Kansas, as most states. But then when a tech issue happens at Blue Cross Blue Shield, they're like, go ahead and die. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. We don't care. So thank you for that. I can't complain. I get MRIs and things for free. Thanks, Obama. I'll thank Obama, not Blue Cross. Oh, speaking of Obama, I might watch it tonight. He has might hang out with some comedians and watch it because they like to watch nature things. But national parks, there's some new doc, I think, on Netflix.
On Obama?
No, but it's about national parks, and it's narrated by Obama, like how Morgan Freeman did March of the Penguins.
Right. He has a good voice.
Yeah, so he's a
very charismatic dude.
He is. I could listen to him talk forever.
Yeah,
he's the most bangable president by far.
I saw him on Comedians in Cars. He was in that. I heard him on Mark Maron.
Yeah, the Mark Maron's good. The Comedians in Cars. Patti, who's the most bangable president?
For me?
Bangable president, yeah.
I don't think any. They turned me off.
None of them? Even Obama?
Even Obama.
Disgusting.
Sorry. They all lie. They're all liars. They're untrustworthy.
I'm not talking about their politics.
No,
just like,
but that
Carla
affects
doesn't care.
me.
Carla's meeting dudes on the street.
I know.
She doesn't care about this.
I just know.
She don't care about no dude's political views. This fucking French dude could be some communist.
It's not the political
No, he doesn't care about
It's
any.
what you look at to how they get there.
Yeah, it's
They're
true.
slimy.
It's true. That's kind of what the French guy said
Yeah.
too. He was like, I'm not a Democrat, not a Republican.
Out of all the presidents of sliminess, I don't know, Obama was the less of the slimy.
Yeah, he's the leaster of the slimiers.
I don't know.
The lesser of the evils.
No.
So
I don't know about the lesser of the evils, but he was the less slimy.
There's slime.
If you take politics out of it,
politics sucks.
He's just hidden it very well. It will come out later on, just like it did
Patti.
for Kennedy. Everybody thought
Michelle
Kennedy.
Obama's a man. Have you seen those videos?
That Michelle Obama's a man?
Yeah.
No.
They show it like
now I'm gonna
she's dancing and it looks like there's a dick in her pants.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe she has a big clitoris.
That big, that's huge, dude.
I don't know. Sometimes like micro penises
what's the
and large
clitoris you've ever seen?
They've all been normal.
Really?
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of waiting, just like how the uncircumcised dick. I'm kind of waiting for the giant clitoris. Like
it's kind of kind of a turn off.
Yeah, yeah. Have you had?
What?
I've been with a chick that had a big clitoris.
Just one? How big?
What about loose lips?
I like the loose lips, but the big clitoris is a little awkward.
But what about the beefy curtains?
Beefy curtains are good.
But big clitoris is awkward.
Big clitoris is
it's like rubbing.
dickish.
It's like a finger on the top of your dick.
No, because I mean, this one was so big that it was like a miniature dick.
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah. Sometimes
we're talking
penises,
like maybe an inch long.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like a micro penis.
Yeah, and not a good thing to.
Not into it.
Especially when instead of licking it,
so you feel like you're sucking a little cock.
Yeah, instead of licking it, you're like.
It's like a lollipop situation.
Like you're sucking a dick, dude.
Oh my gosh. Just like a push pop. Remember those push pops?
It's like sucking a dick, dude. It's fucking... Oh my God. It's not good. It's not attractive, so...
Oh, that's so funny. That's so
But
funny.
you can't say anything to the... You know, you're just like... Lucky that you're getting pussy.
It's true. Oh my God, do you know when jokes go wrong? Last night, just sharing this, because we found it hilarious once we realized what we were talking about. I said that I might need to sleep with white noise last night with the French guy.
Okay.
And he was like, white noise? I was like, what do you mean? And we joked about like it being white noise.
Is he like new
No, he's
America?
been here like 10 years. He's spoken English for a while. His English is great. But I was making a joke about white noise, and I was like, yeah, this is an awful joke, and I should have made it.
You got to do it.
But I was like, yeah, I'm bringing a black man over to listen to white noise. It's just a bunch of recordings of KKK rallies.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
He like laughed, but then later he's like, wait, is he? Like, I was getting excited. He's like, I'm kind of worried. Is it really? Is it really KKK? He's like, are you white actually? And like, he started getting really worried. I was like, no, it's just white, like white noise.
That'd
like how there's other noise. He's like, oh my God. He like didn't get it at first.
He's like, yeah, it's really distorted crowd chanting.
Yeah.
White
crackling of like of torches.
That's Larry screaming in the background.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, it's a bunch of anarchists, like white supremacists fighting the streets.
He was all worried that you're a white chick.
For a second, like he was like, you're joking, but then he was like, wait, you're not serious. And then I was like, no.
Because you look white.
Yeah, I mean, he knew I was like Mexican. He did say that he really liked my white skin, how white I was.
Of course, all black dudes love that.
And I realized I didn't realize that was a thing.
Dude, every black dude wants to be with the pale skin.
But he liked the pale, super pale.
And
he liked
hoping
that
pale. She's like a redhead or a blonde with no hair.
Oh yeah,
that's every black dude's fantasy.
Bruised. But like I'm tan here, but my like body is very pale. I was like.
Yeah,
I'm very pale.
The friends that I know
like
that are black, they're that's like their
interesting.
Yes, I want to get
like
that.
The palest of the pale.
Like
that alabaster,
like the redheaded pale chick.
Oh yeah, redheads are hot.
Yeah.
I think that's why. I think as a kid I wanted to be a redhead, but I think I was really actually attracted to them. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, I love the redhead.
Like I was like, redhead, so I wanted to be redhead. But now I realize that I'm just attracted.
She doesn't like the redheaded girls so much.
I'm into redheaded girls.
I think redheaded women are beautiful, but yes,
all redheaded men. I would say
when I met her, I was seeing a redheaded pale chick.
I would say redheaded women are hotter than redheaded men.
She was fake redhead. That wasn't redhead.
She was real redhead.
Was she like that Burgueña fake red?
No, she was to
white,
dress up like pinup.
Dude, she was so white that she had a Confederate flag.
No.
Yeah.
Larry.
Ivan.
Maybe
like,
you are in these white noise videos.
Ivan brought it up. I was like, "What's that all about?"
Oh my God!
What's going on there? It was kind of. It was a little turn offage. Yeah, a little awkward.
I'm thinking. Well, I don't know if I've dated anybody who's super racist.
She was from Arizona, so there's that.
Arizona's weird. It's like a purple state. You can't tell which people are going to land.
There's a lot of fucking...
Because there's a lot of Mexicans there, too.
Republican as hell.
But then there's a lot of brown people.
It was not anymore. California decided, we got to change this. Let's move there.
Yeah, that's true. The influx.
Anyway.
Oh, that's so funny. The redheads.
Like Patti loves the redheads.
I do.
The redhead men.
Yeah.
Yes.
There was this one that I still think. I think his name was Jared. He was a singer of this band for a minute. Arsonist, Get All the Girls. I'm still friends with one of their guitar players.
Such stupid names for bands now.
Yeah, they were like a tech metal-ish.
Oh, I'm sure they could.
But they had like a key. I don't know. It was that era. But like my ex at the time knew that like it was like a joking thing. But they would stay at our house all the time. He's like, "Are you sure you don't want Jared to sleep in my place?" Like just joking all the time. I was like,
"But he was
hot redhead."
You're like, "Oh yeah." No, dear. I'm sorry. No, I
I look like a redhead because I'm blushing. No, my hair's like turned reddish by default. What am I talking about? Oh, very soon, guys, we will be calling Sarah Kennedy.
When are we calling it? It's already like 7:30.
Very, very soon. She needed us to call her very close to 7:30, and that'll be the last thing.
Oh, okay.
If that makes sense.
What else
but Patti, I just want to ask you two really quick.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about the healthcare system? Do you think we need to go free healthcare?
No.
Really?
Sorry.
Why is that?
I think that would cause a lot of issues.
Interesting.
What we need to do, it doesn't need to be made free. We need to look at why it costs you $30 for a fucking aspirin in a hospital. Why are the expenses so dang high?
True.
Because you got to pay for those nurses and doctors.
The ambulance rides.
And they've got to hold their insurance because people like to sue. So there's a huge circle there, you know. They have to have their insurance because they get sued,
right?
Even though mistakes. It's not pure science, but that's why they say they practice medicine because every body, like you said, is different.
Yep,
and could react different to everything, and that ups your prices on your medical shit, and it's a bad circle.
Man, when I was growing up, dude, if you had to go to the hospital, you better figure it out.
Yeah.
Like unless an arm was broken, we weren't going to the hospital.
That was kind of like national parks. I'm surprised more shit didn't go down because there wasn't like really a clinic. I think we had like a couple of like medics that worked on the parks, but otherwise the nearest hospital was like 2 hours away or something.
No, but aren't rangers supposed to be like?
I mean, they have some like first aid shit, but if you're like got your leg like chopped and you're bleeding out, like I don't know.
Well,
I guess they could. But I guess they would air vac you out. Park services, federal, so they can bring in the air. Yeah, that's true.
But then you gotta.
But then you gotta pay for all that.
You gotta pay for that. I mean, air medic. That should be expensive. But what does it cost to travel in an ambulance?
Well, there's no real fucking solution because in other countries where they have free fucking service, everybody talks about free medical.
It's not free
because they're taxed higher.
It is free, but. It is free, but you are taxed. Yes, you are taxed, but it is free. But the only thing is the level of care isn't the same free when somebody's paying in the same country. If it's free, you have to wait. Like in Canada, because I live next to Canada, I know a lot of Canadians that talked about this. There's like you don't get to just go in free. Like you've got to get a specialist, and there's huge long fucking wait. You could die.
Still a rigmarole, like it is when it's you could die before something happens.
But if you pay for insurance there, then you get the front of the line.
Right. And it even happens when you do have like good insurance. It's like, oh, now we have to wait for the referral, and now this has to go over here, now the appointment. We don't have an appointment for 6 months.
It's a huge bottleneck, is what it is.
It's huge. Like I know even neurology, like appointments are out like 8 months sometimes.
And and it's not all free. They still have to pay for prescriptions.
Yeah,
they still have
prescriptions.
They don't have co-pays, but there are prescription charges and.
It's a lot. That's why I couldn't get the meds too. They're like, for 2 meds, we want like $2,000. I was like, no thanks.
Yeah, look at your meds.
And they also do the.
Yeah, I don't pay copay on them.
Who's the youngest thing? So like if you're old, you're going to be waiting longer.
Like with like transplants and things as well.
Yeah.
It's kind of I mean, and unfortunately, you have to make those like morality decisions. Like that's like the whole what's that one thing of like the train car, and it's like, do you go off and kill like one person or kill the whole train, like the whole whatever? It's like, We have to make these decisions.
It has to be made affordable, and the place to look at are the medical.
There's a big. Have you ever had paid insurance? It's a lot different.
Yeah. Oh, federal. We had federal my whole life until I was like 24 because I was on my dad's insurance.
They treat you a lot different.
It's a lot. Like, my dentist shit was amazing. Like, I mean, UNM's fine and stuff. I will say, okay, if you have stuff, start reaching out now. Just get a primary care person if you can. Get the ball rolling, guys, because things do take a while. Definitely go to the ER, urgent care if you need to. A lot of places have nurse lines. Look on your insurance card just to see if you need an ambulance. And if you
have to go to the doctor, they have to accept you. That I agree with. They can't turn you away.
A lot of people don't realize that they have to accept you even if you don't have insurance if you go to the ER. So get things checked out. Don't die on this.
And then they'll help you get it.
Oh, yeah, and then they'll help you get it. Also, like, First Nations is a good resource if you can apply for Medicaid, EBT.
First Nations, isn't that, like, Native American shit?
Yeah, but they take, like, other people, and you can get set up there for, like, EBT, Medicaid. A lot of this you can do online through the portal. It's, like, NM something, yes. I can't remember.
And it takes a long time.
Yeah, and it takes a bit, but... get it rolling. I've had it for like 4 years now, and it's been awesome. They just keep re-enrolling me. I don't have to do it. All right, I'm going to message Sarah and say we're about to call very soon because she said she was on a game show. Sarah's always busy. Who knows what she's... Comedians, I just never know what any of us are like...
It's on some Twitch thing.
I never know what like any of us are... Like, sometimes people are doing the most craziest things. I'm like, why are you doing this? Speaking of things coming up, I mean... carlavasquezcomedy.com has dates and flyers and things.
You only have one date right now.
2. We have roast battles, and then we have...
You never send me anything for roast battle.
I thought you made that flyer. That's why I didn't send it to you.
I didn't make it.
You didn't make the flyer?
No.
Oh, there's a flyer. Okay, I'll send that to you.
Why would I make the flyer? I don't know.
I thought you did I thought you did Gong Show and roast battle flyers.
I do anything that Buck's a part of. I'm filming. It's not for Evan.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know about the flyer. Yeah, I'll send that. But next week, 420. Wednesday, the roast of Zacabeta. It might be a shit show. We'll see. Comedians like weed, and it's 420. But it's going to be interesting because they're going to do the roast battles. I'm on there against Luis Pal Moreno. I don't know if that's...
Is it a roast battle or just a roast of Zacabeta, right?
Yes,
so
both.
It's not the roast battle.
It's 2. So it's like 6 to 8 roast battles first, and then different comedians, some who roasted earlier and some who haven't, are going to roast. Do you know who's I thought it was Buck. That's why I was like, I thought you were on it.
No,
Let me look at that right now. Let me look at that right now.
I don't think he's hosting
Who shores? Roast battles, here we go. So comedy roast battles 20th. It doesn't say who's hosting.
It's not. I'm pretty sure it's not Buck.
It says who's on it. It's like Tripp versus Tyranny, Angel Lopez versus Josh Fournier, and then Josh Fournier will be roasting Zach later, Robert Eister and Isabel Madley, Ian Jarrell and Caleb Mulkey. They look alike. That'll be confusing. AJ Matthews versus Nathan Todd, and then me versus Luis Pal Moreno. Yeah. So we'll be doing that. And then Zacabeta, shout out to him. If you haven't seen him on a show, he's very funny.
He's really funny.
He just he just quit his job to go full comedian.
Oh, I heard he got fired.
Yeah, well.
Come on.
He got fired, but now he's
we had Donnie on the BS show. He broke it all down, dude. Come on, shut up.
He said on the stage, he's like, I quit to do, and then he was like, all right, let's be real. I got fired. I was like, okay. But he said it was like maybe that time, sometimes life throws something. You're like, I guess this is where I'm going.
Mm-hmm. Sam and Tyler both.
Tyler, yeah, he's still looking for a job-ish.
Well, they both got fired.
We're a shit show, guys.
I like saying it.
We all got fired. Everybody's fired right now.
Fired.
Everybody's fired. Everybody's fired, and everybody's breaking up.
Do you have any good fired story?
Sir, I've never been fired.
Patti is never. You know why? Because Patti never has fun.
I don't know if I've ever been fired.
You never been fired?
I don't know if I have. I've left
fired.
Jobs.
I've been fired.
I've done dropped the mics and been like, fuck you. I'm out of here.
You've just never come back? Did you tell them? Have you ever left a job and not?
Oh, I one time just got up and left in the middle of the 2 ladies I was working with fighting because I was just over the bullshit and done with the company. And I was working twice as hard. I was working at this assisted living homes, and it was 3 houses for elderly with dementia and Alzheimer's, and I was doing everything towards the end of training the people, hiring the people, training how to give meds, making the grocery list, doing the groceries, taking the clients to like doctor's appointments, doing everything from their funeral arrangements to
so you were taking care of somebody and just left?
No, not anybody. Like they had caretakers. I was an office person, but I was doing all of this and then also doing administration stuff and all the hiring, all the online things. And the lady was like never there, not doing anything. And then her and the other lady were always just talking. She did, yeah. And she was always just fighting with this other lady I was always doing her job too. And it got too much one day. I was like, I'm not getting paid enough for this. Like, you guys aren't respecting me. I'm trying to get stuff done. Like, this is just a hectic, toxic work environment. I'm done. I'm burnt out. Bye. And I just and she was like, what? She didn't believe it at first. I was like, I'll drop off any like stuff that I have for the company tomorrow if I, because I had like pay, binders and other things at my house, but because I'd have to take work. And I was on call 24/7. So if somebody died at night, I had to go like deal with it.
Jesus.
Yeah, I saw a lot of dead bodies, but
I've been fired.
So that was the only one that like walked out. You've been fired? What's your fired story?
Well, I've done the walkout. I've gotten fired. I've been written up so many times at a job, but they couldn't fire me because I just knew the job too good.
Mm-hmm. That sometimes, yep.
And that was mostly at clubs and stuff, where I'd be able to just like, I'd see so many like assistant managers and managers come through there. I'd just be like,
fuck this
you're
shit.
You're not gonna be here very long, buddy.
Nobody.
So, but
yeah, the walkouts are fun.
The walkouts are fun.
They're kind of exhilarating.
I did it
at Domino's too.
I've done the go to break and not come back.
Oh yeah.
And then you get the phone calls and shit. I've gotten that. I've never gotten fired for smoking or anything like that.
No.
I've been let go because my attitude, that kind of stuff. Tell people to go
damn the man. Yeah.
Tell people to go fuck themselves.
It's a damn the man situation. All right. So, guys, if you don't know, big news. Comedy Club is opening here in June. I didn't bring my guitar today because, my arm's still a little wonky from the strokage. Too much stroking last night. Just kidding.
Stroking the black penis. Stroking the black penis.
I hate you. Gotta stop fetishizing the black man, all right?
Well,
all races
I was fetishizing the fact that he's French, not that he's black.
Yeah, that's true. He's very
fellatio,
very interesting.
Very interesting in the vagina region.
Well, I like him too because he's like worldly and interesting.
You know that, right?
The French.
Yeah.
Oh,
they invented the head and the fellatios and the cunnilinguses.
I'll tell you things off air, buddy. Just out of respect for anybody watching. Oh no, I'm not really into that stuff though. I mean, it's fine.
I know a chick that would
I'll do it more than I want it done, if that makes sense. That's weird. Does it make sense? Like if somebody wants it, I'll do it, but like I'm not asking to have that done.
So if somebody says, "Hey, you need to go down there and get some scrub."
Scrum? The scrum?
Yeah.
I'll eat the scrum. Just take a shower, please, first.
Yeah, no shit. Right? Even for chicks.
Going from Scrum to Sarah Kennedy. Then so not.
Are you dialing?
We are. I'm dialing now. My phone better work. I got some water damages. But the Frenchman's going to fix it for me. Nothing's happening. I said call. There we go. Something should be happening soon. She said go for it and call. And we're doing it. Buddy. You should be. It says calling.
Is it ringing?
There we go.
Oh, there we go. I hear it now.
Oh my God! I'm gonna wash your mouth out with soap.
I'm sorry, Sarah.
I knew she would be watching right before. Like, sorry to go from Scrum to Sarah Kennedy. Nice smooth transition. Oh, let me turn up my volume. How are you doing?
Good. How's it going?
Oh, good. We're just chilling, solo episoding, all that stuff. But I wanted to talk to you. We will have you again before all the things open up. But just for people to know what's going on at this point with the Comedy Club, Dry Heat.
Yeah, for sure. So number one, I can barely hear you, but I know you asked me, so I'm happy to just launch into an answer. Kelly and I have been, I did this podcast called Comedy Ghost Town about why we don't have a comedy club here in Albuquerque, and I interviewed a whole bunch of people, including Patti and you at open mics and stuff, and kind of did our own research and development that I thought would just go to a rich person who would then take their money and open a club for us. And then a space came up downtown that Kelly and I thought we could maybe afford and still be able to like do what we wanted to do. And so then we decided to just open it up ourselves. And so it's called Dry Heat Comedy Club, and it is on 6th and Central downtown.
Yes.
And right now we have a possible grant from the city and also an Indiegogo that's happening, and just the general support of everybody to make it happen. But it's nice because there's also so much other good stuff happening in Albuquerque, comedy-wise, that it's not supposed to be the be-all and end-all. Like today, Zach Abeda says that he's got this incredible monthly showcase that's going to happen on the last Sunday of every month at the Lobo Theater, and there should absolutely be comedy happening there.
Yes, that's a great location.
Same thing with the Fusion Theater, every month happening there, and Rebel every week, and we just get to be one piece of an overall good comedy pie.
I love it. Can you hear me better now?
Yes, much better.
Yes. Speaking of Revel, there is open mic tonight, and I like it. It's everybody kind of coming together. I've seen the space, but I know even some of the comedians are helping move chairs. People have helped paint. Like I love just the scene coming together over something like that, and then just in general. And can you expand on the Indiegogo?
Yeah, for sure. So we have, what's really cool is that we have kind of a comedy club papa that I keep using as my inspiration. And so Kelly and I both have been in touch with David Rodriguez, who opened the Comedy Fort in Fort Collins. Okay. And his is one of I think there's maybe a handful of like performer-owned spaces in the country. And him and the Laughing Tap, which was started in Milwaukee, also by performers, both of them had a crowdfunding element to their opening. And so we did the same thing with them, or not with them, but like in the style of them, and started our own. We're asking for $35,000, which is only like not even a third of what we need to keep things going for the next 2 years. And we're already at 20% of our fundraising goal, which is awesome. And it's been really incredible to see people like come out of the woodwork and
where can people go to help?
So there is a link, but I actually just made like a tiny URL to make it a little bit easier. And it is, hold on, wait for it. Okay. It is tinyurl.com/Dry Heat Comedy Club. That will take you right to the Indiegogo. URL. And people can support as they.
We're going to put it here in the comments for people.
Yeah.
So it was tinyurl.com
//
forward slash dry heat?
/dry heat?
/dry heat or just
the regular internet. I think it's backslash actually, Dry Heat Comedy Club, but you can also just go to dryheatcomedyclub.com and that will bring up, like, we have it pretty much
dryheatcomedyclub.com
front and center on our website there too.
We're gonna bring that up too. Yes, people. And so what are we looking at? What is your kind of wanting to open date-ish?
So we're opening in June. That's the main plan. And we're actually going to start our main build-out of our green room and our seating here in the next couple weeks, which should be pretty nice. And I don't know, we want to have a big opening weekend that involves as many people who are local as possible. It also brings in somebody nice from out of town and just kind of have it be a big hootenanny.
Okay, we have
it's a great location too, downtown. Yes, so we have it up on the screen now for people to see. dryheatcomedyclub.com. I even got a little notebook here. They were making little notebooks and giving out. That's so cool.
I thought those little notebooks you were giving out, Sarah, those are cool.
I started writing.
Yeah. And we have one for both you, Larry, and you, Patty. So we've got them.
Those are so cool, though, because, comedians need notepads.
Yeah, that's very smart. And you've made buttons before for us. That was super rad. The ABQ Comedy 2001, which is rad.
What? Yeah.
ABQ Comedy 2001. And then, Zach Bennett had made us some keychains. It's so cute. Our scene's so sweet. We're all that's what it is.
Nice. It's
go ahead. Sorry.
We just have a big opportunity.
Yes. Eddie Pepitone. What are we talking about with him? Oh, he's got.
Eddie Pepitone.
Okay.
They're coming in May 8th. And we have the tickets available for that right now, and it'd be really, really awesome. They're going to be at Hotel Andaluz while we're still building out everything.
I'm showing the website right now. It's on Eventbrite.
So it'll be a dry heat show, but at Andaluz.
Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. Oh my gosh, yes. This is going to be great. Oh, you're doing so much.
And Eddie Pepitone is a very well-known comedian on the East Coast. Fucking, like, awesome. In fact, he was just on something recently, some comedy festival with a bunch of fucking people. I can't remember what it was called. But, yeah, they were talking about it on a couple podcasts I watched.
Oh, yeah.
He's a well-known fucking comedian. He's
been around.
Yeah, he was on the very first season of Last Comic Standing. He's been on, like, Sarah Silverman's program. He was a voice on Bob's Burgers. He's just, it's really, really incredible that they're going to make a stop on their way through back to LA here.
I'm so excited what, like, this brings to the city and just for the future.
Here's the campaign right here. This is where you go. Indiegogo.
Words. Indiegogo. Heck yes. Yes, go donate to Sing Live Comedy, guys. We have a real scene here. Go out and laugh, just for mental health reasons even. Right? But yeah, let me know if you need any help, man. And we will, before it opens, I would love to have you on as a guest to talk more about it.
You should let me come film one.
And yeah, absolutely. My gosh, just to even come and do a tour that you host. Larry, you want to film? Please. Come on down.
That'd be fun.
Cool, yeah.
Could tour it and then you could film the show or whatever.
Down there.
Oh yeah.
A remote with Sarah Kennedy down there.
Oh, could we do that? Like, just record the episode from there?
Yeah, of course. Please.
Heck yeah, let's do that before. Yeah. Oh my God, I look forward to that, guys. All right, come in at like late May probably. Or before. Well, you guys go check it out. It'll be so much fun. I've already seen the space. I'm very excited. Again, 6th and Central, downtown. And thank you so much for your time, Sarah. Anything else you want to share? You do have Comedy Ghost Town, the podcast, as well.
I mean, the podcast is Comedy Ghost Town, but the club's called Dry Heat Comedy Club, and you can find both online. But most importantly, just go out and support the comedy scene here in Albuquerque because it is thriving and it's only going to get better.
Do you think, let me ask you a quick question, Sarah.
Yeah.
Do you think it's becoming too much? Like it's going to get saturated like back in the 80s?
Wait. This is what I heard. Do I think it got saturated by Carl Kinane? No, I don't.
Do you think, so and this is just like me throwing this out there. I don't know if it's a real or whatever, but just observe. Do you think like by more shows just being thrown out there, do you think the quality will keep? Do you know what I mean? Or do you think if people just keep doing the shows, then they build the quality on that, and that's you just got to start from somewhere?
That question is one of the best questions that Buck tackles in his episode on my podcast. Like he literally is like, the more that there is and the more higher a profile that exists here, the less likely there will be for like lower quality people to still kind of scooch along.
Yeah. And
I have always had this idea that like I want to like nurture comedy in Albuquerque, but Buck wants to nature comedy in Albuquerque.
Nature versus nurture.
So he wants there to be like some evolutionary stuff, and I think that's really, really cool and probably very possible. And the more we grow and the many directions that we go in, I think that there's lots more opportunities for people who want to work really hard, and I think that there's going to be just like some chances for people to have come to Jesus moments too. So
right, yes, sink or swimmies.
Sarah, don't you have something coming up with two other people? What is it?
A show
coming up, or did you just do a game show?
Oh, that was
I did
today.
A game show earlier today. Yeah.
How was that?
The recount. Oh, it was great. I mean, it was all through StreamYard, which is one of my favorite tools for being online and like doing broadcast stuff online. And then it was with Sophie Santos, who I don't know if you guys know her. She's an incredible comedian, and she has been on like Watch What Happens Live and has her own book. And then this guy named Philip Bump, and he is like a newscaster with a whole bunch of different. I mean, he writes a whole bunch of different kinds of journalism, and I just got to be in the middle and be like, hey.
Oh, that's
Me
awesome.
too.
Yeah, he's got like a show. He's got like a game show. It's a game show on Twitch, I think it is. Yeah.
Oh, that's bad, dude.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What did you say, Larry?
I said it's like a game show on Twitch or something. It's pretty
yeah, it was on Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a game show about the news, which luckily I'm extremely online, so
Right.
Oh, good. I got this. Do you have any shows coming up right now that you want to promote?
Honestly, no. I mean, I've pared down so much of what I'm doing just so I can focus on the space. But I am gonna. I'm gonna judge the roast battles on 420, but I'm also supposed to be part of the dais for Zach's roast, and I am scared. It's the first time I've been roasted myself in a long time, in like a couple years. So
Yeah, she doesn't. Sarah Kennedy's doesn't like the roasting.
Yeah, and Kelly especially hates it.
Yeah.
Her wife. So. Yeah, I don't know if I'll do it after this one. Where I kind of just like on a whim was like in the morning, like who wants to do the next? I was like okay, and then I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to feel mean. It only happens accidentally.
Fun.
It'll be really fun. I'm still gonna maybe like throw some jabs at Zach in a loving way during my roast battle because I'm not.
You got to talk about his legs. Like that's the first thing. You got to talk about those big fucking legs.
His thighs are like the size of my waist, man. And I got a big waist. Just no, but yeah, I want to because I'm not on the dais for him. I'm just me and Luis are gonna go at it, I guess. So it'll be fun. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, are you on that? No, the Enchanted Circles. No. All right, that's
I'm on the Chief, the festival that's happening up in Trinidad. Up in May.
Yeah. There's a comedy festival up there. Isn't the one that people can camp out at and stuff?
It's comedy and bicycling. So like I think you can get places to stay, but it's mostly supposed to be like open air and just kind of charming and Trinidadian.
I've never been. I like that. Well, guys, look that up especially if you like cycling. Bring out your tricycles. No motorcycles. It's too loud. Can't do comedy on top of motorcycles. We've tried on Central. Just kidding. But yeah, I appreciate you again so much, and I will see you hopefully very soon. I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me on. You guys are the best.
Of course. Again, follow Sarah Kennedy, Dry Heat Comedy Club, and Comedy Ghost Town. All right. We'll talk to you soon.
All the links are in the chat.
All the links are in the chat. Say hi to Kelly for me. And yay. Talk to you later. Love ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, buddy.
Hey, buddies. Yeah. That sums up all of that, man. We did it. As you could tell, I did not have a guest today. I'll end the show with saying I don't have a guest today.
We keep saying we're going to bring Chuck Parker in.
Oh, yes. We are for sure.
He's making moves.
Chuck is really making moves a lot. He's touring out of town a lot more, Chuck Parker. He also has a band here, but he is also doing a open mic Wednesdays. Oh, shoot. Is that happening tonight? Maybe I'll go to that one.
What is it?
His open mic. It's at Red
Velvet.
Red Velvet, Nob Hill location.
Right. Well, that's the only one.
It's Pink Rhino. Yeah, the other one's shut down on Manal and New Bing, so don't go to that one. But it's right across from Lizard Tail Brewing, which it's on Amherst and like Central. So yeah, I think Revel's also happening. But Chuck will be here. We're gonna be playing some music next week when he's here because he's a musician and a good singer. He's a good singer as well. So we'll be doing that, and it'll be on a Monday though because he has the Wednesday things, and he's like off Mondays.
Who cares?
So catch us Monday.
We're
gonna pop up everywhere. We're doing well, okay? Ignore Wednesday. What is time anyway? Okay, who knows? There used to be a different calendar. Who knows? It could be Friday right now. All right, guys, you do the math. Thank you, Patti, so much for sharing and caring.
Of course.
And
love ya.
Love you. Thanks for letting me use your bathroom to get ready. Thank you,
so
Larry.
Funny. You're like. Call me up like, hey, can I use your shower? I was like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I was like, I exercised and also had a guest last night. I need to shower.
Let me ask you this, an out question.
Yes.
Raw or condom? with the French dude. Raw, huh?
Rawed
him, dude. Come on.
Well,
he didn't put no condom on. Come on.
You start with that, and then
he put a condom on. He ripped the package open. No.
Well, it's like, because how many times did we have sex? So
was there
by the end,
was there
at the beginning, there was.
No, there wasn't.
Yeah, there was.
You didn't even buy one, I bet.
No, I have them. Remember from the thing?
There's one over there.
I still have some in my purse. I have like 2 more in my purse.
One, there's one over there.
I'm a lady who carries condoms, guys.
Someone left a condom here.
I do need
We thought it was Amanda's. We were like, oh, this must be.
No.
Because it was where she was sitting.
It was bad. I do need to see if he's been tested and things. Gotta be safe, guys.
He's been all over the world, buddy.
I know.
Remember what I told you about that one chick? She got a parasite.
Shut up. Don't. No. Just gotta be safe for the other people I'm with, too. Maybe I'll just go back to the hospital. Can you test me? Oh, my God. I gotta urgent.
No, I think she swallowed him. That's how she got the parasite in her stomach.
My, doctor, can I prank call in some time? What's the number? Just call me.
Yeah,
you just call me, Mario. You want to call for 5? Prank call in. I know it's you. Hi, Mario. That's my best friend. We need to have him on sometimes. He's like, I'm not interesting. So whatever. Just talk about me, boy. Mario's interesting.
You can talk about Mario. You can talk about how many dudes it's gone raw into.
You can talk about me banging 1 to 2 of his brothers.
Really?
He has a lot of brothers. I've known him since I was 14.
My sister did that shit. You know that? She would fucking fuck my friends. And
it
so
didn't
awkward.
happen until we were like adults though. Like it didn't happen when we were like high school or anything. Like this happened like in the last 7 years or so. Okay. He's fine with it. He knows what's up. I always used to joke that I was gonna marry his brother Alex. He was like in high school, like had an old Mustang and was really hot and had like mutton chops and played soccer.
Was in a band.
No, but they all do. Oh no, I guess so. They all play music. So, right. But yeah, Mario, you calling next time? You call someday. I miss you, buddy. I'll come visit you. Yeah, he's having another baby. Congrats to him.
What do you got coming up?
Just those 2 shows right now. 420 Zacabeta one, and then 29th of April. I'm gonna be doing Enchanted Circle. I believe. You sent
me that one, right?
Yeah. And I think who's on that show? It's a good one. It's Steph, me, Caleb Mulkey, and is it Zacabeta?
Yes.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, yep. It's the 4 of us at Enchanted Circle Brewing. That's over like Osuna, McLeodish, by Cliffs. Is that the one here? I wanted to say Worlds of Fun, but I'm pretty sure that's Kansas City. But yeah, the flyer is cool. I'm like right in the middle of the flyer, so that's rad.
Are you featured or what?
He hasn't told us. He didn't say. I think I'm gonna bet I'm probably second on the show. Or opening, either one. One of the two.
You're opening?
I'm either opening or probably going second. When it's only girl, they usually go second. Although Jess and I did the Red Gorilla show last week, and it was 8 of us, and me and Jess went the last 2. So it was a bunch of dudes.
Have you seen this? The new web? I've changed the web page?
Yes.
Okay.
Since everything got hacked.
See, there's only this
one. Yeah, the other one I need to
send you.
So
Steph Darnell, Caleb, you, Zacabeta.
Yep, good show. Come check it out. Those are my bros. My brothers. Okay, guys, I guess that's all. This is fun to talk to you guys. And hadn't seen you in a while, but Monday, tune in. See you then. I'm going to run away now. Love you all. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye. I'm going to eat some butter. Bye.